From humble beginnings to a growing family, every step has been part of the story God is writing here. And whether you've been with us since the very beginning, or today is your very first Sunday, you are part of this story too.
Hi, we're Rob and Stacy Klein. We've been members of Fairview since 2016.
We were a few years into being married, and we were a few years into our journey to becoming parents. Rob was working third shift at the time, so going to church together was proving to be very difficult. I actually had recently discovered that I was pregnant, and unfortunately discovered that I was losing the baby. And during that time, that happened multiple times for us, and it was a dark time. I decided to go ahead and go to Northside Elementary. I walked in, broke in, and I didn't really know anyone. There was a call for prayer at the end, and I was just so brokenhearted. I needed to experience the Lord's comfort. And so I went forward, and there was this sweet little blonde-haired lady at the front, and she introduced herself as Chelsea Buwalda, and little did I know that that was the pastor's wife. And she prayed with me, and I just told her everything. I felt the Lord and His Spirit. It was exactly what I needed.
So when Stacy came home that day and she wanted to share with me, it was a breath of fresh air, to say the least. The first time I went there, I could just feel that it was different. The atmosphere was welcoming.
We very quickly knew that Fairview was our home. But also during that time, the Lord blessed us with a successful pregnancy. And many of you know the joyful, joyous, full of life and spirit and vivacious, blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girl, Sadie, that she is absolutely God's blessing to us and the greatest gift He's ever given us. In the winter of 2017, 2018, shortly after Christmas, we decided to join Jared and Heidi Raymer's small group. And again, it was exactly the right group. I just felt all of them, just the love of Christ through them. They were so impactful, and I will never forget them, all of them who were in that group. There have been many people in our church who have impacted me. It has spurred in us a desire to want to do better, want to connect with our community more, to be more intentional with what we do with our life. I know that's a broad statement and a big statement, but for me, it's how can I take what I've learned from the things we hear Pastor Mark and others teach us and apply that in our community.
There's so many different families that have been influential to us, and that's the whole point of being part of this church, of being so grateful that we're able to come together and motivate each other and influence each other to keep doing better and keep growing.
If I think about where we would be the last 9 years without Fairview, I don't even know what the answer to that question would be. But I'm so grateful to have found our church home in Fairview Fellowship. And I'm so grateful to Mark and Chelsea Buwalda for answering the call. I love our church community. Happy 10 years.
Happy 10 years.